Hey guys, what's going on? It's Raven once again, and in today's video we're looking at a custom I recently did based off one of my characters in the Old Republic. This is my female Mandalorian, and her name is Ashimar. And if in case you don't know the reference, Ashimar is actually a mobile suit from my favorite Gundam series, Zeta Gundam. And I wanted to make a black and yellow armored Mandalorian, and I ended up with this mismatch of armor in the game, and I decided it would be a really cool addition to my growing squad of Mandalorian mercenaries. So here we have my character brought to life in figure form, and I think she looks really awesome. In case you didn't watch the Road to Review, which I highly suggest because there's plenty of really interesting and cool things that I show in those. I show how I do things. Sometimes I do some speed throughs so you can kind of see the process. I explain the materials I use, the tools, things of that nature. So let's go over the figure real quick. In case you missed it, we'll go over the parts made for this figure. So the base figure is a Evolve Funko Legacy Val figure. And I used this for my other figure that I made, my Mandalorian Sniper. This is Ashimar's sister here. She doesn't have a name yet, but that's her. Now in this one you can see more of the base figure. Basically, the cool thing about the Val figure, if you haven't seen the review on the Sniper, is that basically she just has a jumpsuit and then these gauntlets here. Everything else is great because Mandalorians obviously have jumpsuits underneath their armor, so you have a good base for a female Mandalorian. So basically all of the armor on Ashimar here is made from a two-part epoxy. We have the chest, these little details here. Obviously this was an actual face, so this entire helmet is epoxy, except for the fin here for my Klansman helmet. My belt and my crotch piece is all epoxy. My thigh armor up there. This armor is actually from the figure, and it lends well to my design, so I kept it. This boot armor here, and the strap on the ankle. And then, the thing about these Funko figures that I learned is that they tend to break very easily. Actually, on this figure, the arm broke and the ankle broke. On this one, the arm actually broke off here, so I actually do have a, well, there was a pin in there. Looks like, oh, it's come out. Oh, fun times, my pin came out. Can we get it back in there? Alright, cool. Alright, so that is pinned down, and then her elbow broke, which gave me a great opportunity to go ahead and use a Super Battle Droid arm. And that was dry brushed with silver rub and buff to get that little bit of weathered effect. And this arm's great because I was able to get in there so it moves around and everything. So it looks really good. And since she's using a battle droid arm, I figured she would steal a blaster from a battle droid. And that's also weathered with silver rub and buff. And I think that came out really nice. Now the hand doesn't hold the blaster perfectly, so I put a little bit of sticky tack to hold that down. The backpack here is from a Gelgoog mobile suit in action. I don't remember which Gelgoog, but I'll probably do a Google search and put the picture up here. So that's where that's from. The bandolier around the chest is from the Val figure. Now since I added this chest piece, it didn't fit anymore, so I had to cut it in half. And then basically I glued the two ends to the back, and then put the backpack over it, so you can't see that the strap's not connecting. It's like this now, and then the backpack is over it, so you can't tell. You're none the wiser. Now in case anyone's wondering, this is a 6-inch figure, and yes, it is on a Star Wars stand. Now in case anyone's wondering how I did that, it's actually very simple here. All I did was take my handy dandy pin vise here, and I drilled holes in the bottom of the foot. This way it could accommodate the base. Now in case you're wondering what the size is for these holes, I'll help you out here. It's right here, a 3 and 32. That's what it is, 332. Dremel bit here. These are very inexpensive. You can buy your hobby store, and basically it works exactly how you think it would work. You just drill it in, and then you drill it out, and the plastic comes out. Bam, you're good to go. And then you can get a base on any figure that you want to make a base with. You know, this way it's a little bit more stable. I do intend on swapping out the Star Wars base for clear bases, because I am going to make a small little diorama with these figures. Let me get in all the squad that I've made so far. So even on this figure, and this figure was a Noble 6 figure, he now has a Star Wars stand. Fail! I should put some sticky tack in her hand too, because she drops that rifle as well. In case anyone's wondering, the rifle that the sniper's using is the rifle that comes with the Val figure. So this is my squad so far. Obviously there's a common theme of yellow highlights about all the figures. The one thing that I kind of dislike, if you've seen my other videos, is that my male Mandalorian is kind of small in comparison to my female Mandalorians. And his helmet's really small, so I don't know what I'm going to do with him. I might sell him, I might put him in the background, who knows. But there's a review on him and a road to review, just like there is on my female sniper, which was the first one that I did. And I'm very proud of her, but I'm really proud of my Ashimar right here. I'm proud of it for a couple reasons. One, I did a lot more sculpting than I normally do. Two, there's more paint separation in the armor. 3, I was able to get that battle droid arm to work like a real arm, and that's really cool. And 4, it's based off my character in the Old Republic, or one of my characters anyway. I have a lot of bounty hunters. So I'm really proud of it, and I think it came out really well. I did more sculpting on this one than on my previous ones, and I think I did a pretty bang-up job, and I think the color scheme came out very well. I think she just looks pretty amazing. Let's bring in old Papa Mandalorian himself, Boba Fett, real quick to get a comparison. Now the Boba Fett is a bit bigger than her. The thing that bothers me a little bit is that the helmets are so damn big on the Black Series figures, and I just feel like my helmets look really small. So, but they actually don't look too bad together. I mean, she's a woman, so it's okay if she's a bit small. That's cool. But yeah. I will be modding a Revoltech Boba Fett, a knockoff one. Because I figure if you're going to mod something, you might as well mod a knockoff, because you're going to be painting it and sculpting on it anyway, so who cares if it's real or not. That's my thought process, so I've been waiting for mine from China to come in for a while, and it hasn't come in, so who knows when it's going to come. Alright guys, oh, and also, you know what, people were complaining to me, my friends, really nobody on my comments, but they were saying, you know, why don't you get a more professional looking background for your videos, because you do such, you know, nice work, props, and your figures, you know, you have your background is your crappy work desk, and it looks like and I was like, you know what, you're right. Just put up some foam board that I have, and this foam board is, going to be for a big diorama I plan on doing, and so what I would advise you to do is subscribe, because you'll want to see that, because this is going to be really cool. I'm really excited for this diorama I'm going to do. I'm not going to spoil it. All I'm going to say is that it's post-apocalyptic, and it will have multiple heroes from post-apocalyptic video games and series. So yeah. So look out for that. And I'll be doing some more props. Some Destiny props are in the work again, like always. And my costume is going to be getting worked on soon. So subscribe for that. Let me know, what do you think of this custom? Does it look like my character in the game? Do you like it? How did I sculpt? What do you guys think? Let me know. And if you have your own customs or work that you would like to show, feel free to link it down in the comments below. I'm not going to get upset or anything. I actually want to see some of your stuff. I've seen some really cool Fallout dioramas and work recently on YouTube that I think are amazing. There's just some great stuff out there, so I'd love to see your stuff, and we can talk about it. Like I said, this is what my channel is all about, ladies and gentlemen. Creating together, learning together. I love creativity. That's why I have a YouTube channel. That's why I do these figures. because I love doing it. It's a great hobby, and I want to share the hobby with you guys, and I hope you want to share it with me too. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Help a Raven out like always. And until next time, Zeon! Okay, again, this is the third time. Every time I make a video about you Mandalorians, you always got... Okay, alright, jeez. I can never end my videos the way I want to anymore. This is ridiculous. What? Okay, fine. The Titans are the greatest faction in Gundam history. You know, I kind of agree with that, but that's not really a battle cry, so I'm just saying that's kind of lame that you...